Hi, and thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be talking about releasing trauma from the body. And specifically, we're going to be talking about a technique called trauma releasing exercises. Releasing trauma from the body is no easy task, but it certainly can be done. There are several different methods that we can use to do this. My recommendation is that you first identify the traumatic event and understand where you get stuck. Understanding where you get stuck will help you to identify the judgments and limiting beliefs you've made about yourself based on the traumatic experience. I invite you to release those through compassionate self-forgiveness, allowing your awareness to be reframed and giving you space to come into more congruency, cognitively, emotionally, intellectually, and physically. Once you've completed those steps, you can begin to identify the way you're holding in your body. If you're working with a private client or a student, you can do this by having them lay down on the ground. You can have them lay down on the ground and notice, are their shoulders rounding towards the front of their body? Is their pelvis tilted up or down? Is their lumbar curve accentuated or diminished? Are their palms facing down like they're gripping at the earth? Or are their palms facing up, opening through the front of the body and the chest? Are their feet active and engaged? Or are the feet relaxed, the legs relaxed? Noticing your student or client's postural conditioning as they lay in Shavasana will help you to understand how they're holding in the body. Once you see that, you can select an appropriate trauma-releasing exercise to help them to let go of the holding. There are several different things that you can utilize. Progressive muscle relaxation is one of them. It's a tense and release method where we bring all of the muscles online, really tensing all of the muscles and then releasing the muscles and letting it go. This actually gives the muscle tissue the opportunity to come into full tension and then to come out of it into full relaxation. Oftentimes the muscles are holding at like 20 to 30% rather than releasing fully. Progressive muscle relaxation can help to facilitate a relaxation in the actual muscle tissue. Another form of trauma release exercise is a technique called trauma release exercises. Now, there are several different books that are authored on this subject, and I recommend that you pick one up if you're interested in leveraging them and using them with your clients. I do not recommend that you integrate trauma release exercises into a general population, all levels yoga asana class. These exercises can be very intense because they target certain muscle groups like the legs and pelvis or the upper arms and shoulders to help those areas to release. Now remember, the pelvis and the shoulders have a lot of proprioceptive receptors in them. That means they're very intimately connected to the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, the peripheral nervous system's ability to read the energy of the room. So when we work with them in a way to release the stored tension or energy in the tissues, we are giving the body an opportunity to let go of the way it's been holding trauma. Dr. Peter Levine also has several different techniques and practices within his somatic therapy protocol. Somatic therapy is an effective way to release holding in the body and to allow your perception of the traumatic event to come full circle in a safe way that doesn't go back into story. These techniques can be very effective when learning to work with your body or helping your students to work with their own body. Remember, when we experience trauma, we live in a place of cognitive dissonance. As we bring everything into congruency, we create a space where the body can now let go of the old scripts and patterns of holding.